All right, section 0.5 is percents, rounding, and estimating. So the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to talk about how do we change a decimal to a percent. Okay, so just 2 steps, and it says move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, add the percent symbol. Okay, so that seems simple enough. Here's my decimal point right here. We're going to move it 2 spaces, 1, 2. Now it's after the number 3, so I'm going to write 3.64, add the percent symbol, there it is. It really is that easy, okay? Notice the decimal is not there between those 2 zeros anymore, now it is after the 3. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here, I'm going to move it twice. 1, 2, so now it is 0.08, add the percent symbol, okay? Do the same thing for the last one. Look, I'm going to go 1, 2. Now I'm putting it here. I need to put something in that space. What I'm going to put in that space is a 0. 40%, okay? If you want to put the little dot there, that's okay too. All right. Let's do the next thing here. We're going to doing the same thing, changing to a percent. So we're going to move it 2 spaces. 1, 2, 148%. 2 spaces. 1, 2, 293.8%. Okay. 1, 2, I got to put my 0 there. 450%. Okay. So now, how do we go backwards? Well, going backwards, now we're going to move the decimal point 2 spaces to the left. So now we're going to go that way. And we're going to take away the percent symbol. Okay, change to a decimal. I don't see it, but it's going to be right after the 4. I'm going to go, oops, I'm going to go 1, 2. So I have a 0, 4, taking away the percent symbol. The same thing here. 1, 2. So 0, 0, 6, taking away the percent symbol. Same thing here. 1, 2. 2.548, taking away the percent symbol. Okay. All right. So now, let's take a look at the next couple of problems. It says finding the percent of a number. To find the percent of a number, change the percent to a decimal, and then multiply the number by that decimal. So it says, tipping. Diana and Russ ate a meal costing $32.80 when they went out to dinner. If they wanted to leave the standard 15% tip for their server, how much will they tip and what would their total bill be? Okay, so we're going to change the percent to a decimal. 15% as a decimal. Remember, I'm going to go 1, 2, 0.15, no more percent. We're going to multiply the number by that decimal. Now I'm going to multiply that by my $32.80. Okay, so let me take my calculator. Let me clear this out. 0.15 times $32.80, $4.92, right? That's going to be the amount that they're going to tip. Okay. The next problem here, it says Dave took an exam with 80 questions. He got 68 of those questions correct. What was his grade for the exam? Write the grade as a percent. Okay. So I want you to know this problem's slightly different. Okay. We're going to write a percent. The test had a total of 80 questions. Dave actually got 68 of them correctly. What percent would this be? I'm just doing what we did in section 0.4. I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to say, what is 68 divided by 80? Okay. Now I'm coming up with 0.85, right? So I'm going to write right here, 0.85. That's a decimal. I want to change that decimal to a percent. So I'm going to move my decimal point 2 spaces, 85. I'm going to add my percent sign, okay? Let's take a look at the next part. It says, how do we find the missing percent? Number 1, it says, write the fraction with the 2 numbers. The number that comes after the word of is always going to be the denominator. Remember, that's the number on the bottom. Whatever other number we have will be the numerator, which will be the number on the top. Simplify the fraction if we can. Change the fraction to a decimal. Write the decimal as a percent. So it says the Gonzalez family has a combined monthly income of $1,850. Their food budget is $380 per month. What percent of their monthly income is budgeted for food? Now it says round your answer to the nearest whole percent. We'll figure out how to do that in a little bit. Look at step number 1. It says the word after, or the number after the word of, is the denominator. So the number that's going to go to the bottom is going to be my 1850. The other number, which is 380, will go to the top. Now I know it tells us to simplify the fraction, but because we're using our calculator, we don't really need to worry about that. I'm going to take 380 divided by 1850, and look at the number that I'm coming up with. I'm coming up with 0.2054 and a whole bunch of other numbers. So I'm going to just write 2.054 equals 0.2054. Okay. Now we're going to change that fraction to a decimal. We did. We're going to write that decimal as a percent. So I'm going to move this 2 spaces to the right. 2. So that becomes 20.54%. Now it's asking me to round it to the nearest whole number. So think about this in terms of money. Think about this as $20.54. With this number here, $20.54, would it be closer to $20 or $21? It's actually closer to $21. So that's what we mean by rounding to the nearest whole percent. Anytime this number here is a 5 or bigger, then that number is going to increase by 1, and we're going to drop those numbers there. Okay. All right, next problem here says gift returns. Last Christmas season, the Jones Mill outlet store chain calculated that they sold 36,000 gift items. If they assume that there will be a 1.5% return rate after the holidays, how many gifts can they expect to be changed? Okay, so I'm going to just kind of scroll back over here. So it says to find the percent of a number, change the percent to a decimal and multiply the number by the decimal. Okay, so we're going to change our percent to a decimal. 1.5, I'm going to move it 2 spaces to the left. 0.015, remember, now I'm getting rid of that. I'm going to multiply it by my number 36,000. Okay. So again, I'll take my calculator. Let's clear that out. 0.015 times 36,000 equals 540. Okay. So, oops. 540. That's how many returns that they can expect to get. Out of the 36,000, 540 are going to be brought back. Okay? And let's take a look at our last problem. Okay. Computer hardware sales. It says Abdul sells computers for a local computer outlet. He gets paid $450 a month plus a commission of 3.8% on all computer hardware he sells. Last year, he sold 780,000 worth of computer hardware. What were his sales commission on the 780,000 worth of hardware he sold? Okay, so this is just like the problem we did before. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that percent to a decimal. I'm going to move it 2 spaces to my left. 0.38. Okay. We're going to multiply it by our number 780,000 because that's the amount that he sold. Okay. So 0.038 times 780,000. There we go. Equals. Okay, I'm coming up with 29,640. So 29,640. Here is my answer for part A. That is his commission. Okay, now part B says, what is his annual salary? That is his monthly pay and commission combined. Okay, so this is how much money he made the entire year on his sales. But remember, he also gets $450 a month. So we want to figure out his annual salary. That's telling me how much he's going to make in a year. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number 450. That's per month. Well, we know there's 12 months in a year. So let's take 450 times 12. That gives us 5,400. Now we're going to add it to his commission. So 5,400. Come back to my calculator. There we go. 5,400 plus what he made in commission, what he made in sales, 29,640. And his annual salary, oops, did I not add the 5,400? No, I didn't. Is $35,040. So $35,040. And that's how much Abdul makes in a year.